Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2, and we left on a high note with the last video. One thing I neglected to do is to treat this game as though it were a tutorial to explain a few things. So I am grossly overdue for such a thing, but I thought I would go ahead and let you guys know what these buildings do, etc. and so forth. I'm going to clear some of this area up. I'm also going to remove some of this. And let's see. I want to see if I can get a ship right. Yep, I had a feeling that road was interfering. So there's already a brickyard near there, so it won't be too long for somebody to come by and build that. These are barge landings so that I can receive goods. I'm going to clear some of this area just to neaten it up some, even though it does take away some of the natural beauty. I'm kind of of the mind to keep it a little bit cleaner in areas where I'm going to be doing work. Alright, I need to explain a few things. If you watched my last video or you heard my rhetoric while I was doing it, I'd stress the importance of education. It is absolutely critical to have educated people in your city to fulfill tasks. Like, for example, this is a scribe. They assess taxes, and I click on this, and you see this.
Your prestige is rising.
They couldn't worship Amun, so they need more Amun in their lives, so they're sore at not being able to get that itch scratched. And these people are harvesting the crops here, so but anyways, you can right-click their building, their house where they live, and you can, I'll show you what a scribe does. The houses are quite distinctive, very bright white with some bushes on the front door and a walkway. If you right-click, you can now either have them do all jobs, so they do what they feel like on a whim. Not really recommended, especially for scribes. You can have them assess taxes, collect tariffs, or work at the exchange. The exchange is an interesting building. It's a good facility to have. I usually have exchanges. I'll go ahead and start one. An exchange. This is to allow it's like a place you go to use trade goods without having to go everywhere or to go across a far distance to do it. It's like a centralized hub for materials. So craftsmen can go here to pick up some of them. So along with that, I'm going to get a scribe over there, and I will have them work at the exchange whenever it's done built. But granaries, they hold wheat and ingredients, and in some cases food, so that it doesn't spoil so fast. So whatever doesn't get consumed goes into the granary. I am not making abundant food right now. I can also have more farms, so I'm going to, since they're harvesting right now, I'm going to pause it. Everything has a purpose. So, get a lot of these gardens down here. I need to add some more farmhouses. I guess I'll do this. 1, 2. Have them go up. I have everything on slow so that I can better explain what everything is. Food and bricks are essential components. In fact, they pretty much serve as currency. So what I have my mouse hovered over, I have 104 bricks and 904 food. Neither is at a high number, really, but you know, I've been rapidly expanding just as fast as I could. And so that's, you know, that's where that is. I have 2 graduates, 3 envoys. That means I can do 3 things in a big map. And 40 villagers remaining. I can't remember how many I started off with, but villagers, I'll show you. Villagers are people who live on their own, and they live in these little huts, and they basically fend for themselves. And you need to have an economy that is sufficient to entice villagers to want to live under your leadership. Anyways, all of these shops that exist, they require certain materials. So this is flax. These people are harvesting flax so that they can make linen, clothing. These people are supplementing their food with pomegranates. And this person is going home, and they have some quartz. They got some quartz so they can make some faience jewelry with it. So that's what they got from this faience site here. I really have no idea where if I have any major resources in this game. The only ones I'm aware of is the basalt, and I think I have a place where I can quarry limestone, crude limestone, or not crude limestone, but it's just regular limestone. It's not the fine white limestone that is used as an outer casing on pyramids. I don't know if my memory has failed me in this regard. Usually you find limestone in the desert. You know, you don't see limestone in grass. So I might be mistaken. I might just have basalt. And I might need to conquer areas in order to gain access to regular limestone. So yeah, it looks like it's just basalt. Since I have that going there, what I'm going to do in preparation, I think straight down is a pretty good direction to go. You don't want to put landing barges over areas of like thick floodplain. That's kind of a stupid thing to do. Because that's where people can farm. So I'm going to clear out what I can here. There's a lot of papyrus there. So I'm going to see what I can do about getting a landing barge. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right there. And I'll put a brickyard. A brickyard is a place where bricks will be put. And I'm going to... If you see a yellow outline, that means if it floods a lot, like if you have a major flood, then it will be destroyed. So that's close enough to be of help. Don't know when they will set that up, but that's neither here nor there. Papyrus reeds are used for making ancient Egyptian paper. Papyrus, that's what the word paper comes from. It is also used in the manufacture of baskets and sandals. And so are rushes. So the placement of stores near resources is always a good idea. I didn't exactly follow my own suggestion, but like these are my stores. There's plenty of papyrus. They have to go all the way here to get flax and faience for jewels, or to make jewelry. There is some rushes for the baskets and stuff. Nothing too elaborate. I haven't found any nodes for tin or copper or anything like that. I haven't had that extensive a look at things. This looks like a lot of floodplain, like a lot of potential farmland. So I'm going to start making use of this soon. In fact, I will pause it and start a planning phase right now. But I am going to clear out. There's some resources here, and I'm gonna have a look. Let's see if there's a mine or something. I see coal. That's for makeup. And there's a cosmetician going all the way over here for that. And there's flax here. So, yep, this looks like a sweet spot for some business. So, yeah, this will be a prosperous area. I'm going to proceed to get rid of these roads. And I'm going to demolish these villagers' houses. Eminent domain, baby. Eminent domain. And I'm going to see how close I can get farmers. So they're going to have to trek a little bit to get their farming on. I'm not going to build anywhere ever that a flood can destroy, their area. So, it's flooding now, and this will be a very good flood. Now, if you can read this, I have my total stored bricks and total food. So my food is looking better. When you're in this tab, it's kind of like a ledger of your resources. So I have just nothing but food and bricks. Over here is shows about the prestige and people who have complaints, like an overview of what buildings you have. And then up here at the top, it shows how many of the different types of people you have. Villagers, envoys, vagrants, your maximum farms, how many graduates you have, how many luxury shops, servants, common shops, noblemen, scribes, priests. And everybody has a role to play, and they can move up in society over time. So if you click on somebody, like I'll click on, this is a nursery. They've probably been a person who works at a nursery their whole life, but oh nope. 2225 BC, they were villagers. Then they became farmers, and then they made enough to, they stepped up and became nursery workers. A scribe is on the way. They just, that house was just built. Let's see, the priests. They were nobles before, and then they became priests. When you look at the little family history. So that's it gets a bit more detailed when you play from the beginning like this. And I'm going to get a menagerie going. Yeah. People have worship requirements. So if the gods are good and they want to worship them and you give them the opportunity, they will be all over that. It will boost their happiness. Healthcare, these people are prone to diseases and fevers, broken bones, gashes. If they don't receive treatment, they'll be upset. Um, this is a papyrus mill. Papyrus is used by priests and scribes, and it's also used as export. Papyrus is an important commodity for trade and for getting business going, and of course bricks. And when you click on a house, you see what people are disappointed in. This guy's really upset about not being able to worship Amun. They're probably, not only Amun, but they had a recent death in their family and they couldn't worship Anubis properly. And this is a time where if they can't see a god, they can't see a statue, their prayers aren't nearly as potent according to their belief system. They couldn't see the god that they were worshiping. And with the gods of the recent times that we've made for ourselves, you can pray anywhere now. You don't need a statue. But yeah. Back to that other area with the rich farmland on there. I'm going to be all over that. And I'm going to start. One thing about the nobles, too, is that they hold feasts. And since the nobles have feasts, they encourage parties and stuff, the elites to come and visit and to be entertained by them. So they kind of have a purpose besides owning rights to the farmland. This area is so close, and it's going to be necessary for the farmers to live there, so I'm going to I'm just trying to pick a spot. I'm going to use the grid so I can see the texture of the land. I think this is going to be where the high society folks live. I am going to put a scribe near the farm so that they can count, but I'll make a couple of nobles. We're going to do some rapid expansion. A couple of nobles. Ooh. I may not have properly done that direction, so. Zoom in. And I like to have a little bit of space. That's a little awkward, but hey, we can pretend that the noble run the flax farm. And what better way to underscore the luxuriant life of nobility than providing for these people. Shops. So, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn it. Nope, don't want to count. Sorry, I'm a bit rusty. I just got home from work, and that's my excuse. So So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I got 3 more. Common. Boom, boom. And it's an ubiquitous thing now. So, yeah. I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3. There's supposed to be 4. So I screwed the pooch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I screwed up. I screwed the pooch. I screwed the pooch. Luxury. So, common shopkeeper. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, see if my formula holds. I'm right-clicking, so these people are going to sell linen. These people will sell sandals. I consider both of those articles of clothing, and they are therefore related. Worn on the body is jewelry. I'm right-clicking to do this. It's a luxury thing. Cosmetics and perfume is worn on the body. And sculptures, they're decorative. And furniture. And mats, which are kind of furniture. Baskets made of the same stuff, and we got pottery. And linen. Mats. Baskets and pottery. And let's make it look nice. So let's put a sycamore tree on these corners. And let's also put them, let's put a sycamore tree there as well. Let's see how that looks. And let's make this one the pretty blue and yellow that I enjoy. So we can use that as a shopping center. You can also mix colors if you like, but since this is a scenario I'm going to try and win, and I'm just kind of sharing my formula for getting things done, I think we'll leave that there. And I think it might be prudent to put another school near here, because there's some nobles here. There will be. But let's get a baker. And let's get a granary by the baker. That'll work, I hope. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That's myrrh. Date palms, flowers. This is a idyllic place for luxury goods. So this is going to be a happening place, I think. And, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's definitely get a school going. So for school, we're going to need a priest. And we're going to need a school. And we're going to dedicate this priest to educating students. Now, I mentioned earlier that priests, when you right-click their house, it's not even built yet, but they can tend gods, in other words, operate temples and shrines, educate students, which is what I'm going to have him do. So now it's highlighted in blue. They can provide health care or funerary services. So, there will be that, and there will also be, I think further down this line, we will prepare a set of shrines. I think 8's a nice little round number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got the main god Amun, and then Osiris and Hathor. They're a very popular one. Ma'at's very popular. And when the floods are rough, or whether people are begging for forgiveness, they turn to the river god of Hapi. Bast is a popular one, and so is ISIS. Not to be confused with the terrorist organization that we helped make. And let's go with Ra, the god of the sun, or the sun. And I'm gonna get rid of some of that stuff. Alright. I don't have any controversial opinions at all. I'm gonna get a priest here. To tend those, so I'm gonna have them tend the gods. And I want access to healthcare, so... Oh, I'm also going to put an entertainer, and I'll put a couple of servants nearby. Hell, I'll put 2 entertainers, because there's 2 nobles. Don't want anybody getting jealous. We can't have that. Let's see. Let's give the servants close access to the people they work for. Alright, so this is a lot of nothing at the moment, but I'm going to try to speed things up a bit by putting brick yards in pertinent places promptly. Because, yeah, we need to get this thing hopping here. Let's see. Government facilities. Hospital. Sorry, I'm not doing so good with the narration. Ugh. That's too bad. The downgrade. I should have went back a little bit further. That's kind of a blunder. So a hospital and an apothecary. And I will put a priest by there. Trying to see if there's a gap. I like having a gap so people can walk through. I'm going to put a couple of these down to provide healthcare, because this is going to be a heavy farming area. And I'm going to get a scribe going here. Or not. This is getting kind of dodgy here. Where? I'm gonna double check here. This area's starting to flood. Okay, good. Well, I want the scribe close enough to to be able to shop and do all the crap that scribes are gonna do. Okay, I guess I'll put him here. He will assess taxes. And I will put, well, I'm going to let this place build up a little bit. So now I'm turning the game speed back up to fast. And I'm sure in the meantime those raiders are going to come and say hello. And why don't I build a brick layer as well? Let's get a brick layer. Brick layer. Get a rich inundation, which should mean a good harvest. This may not be the best time. I'm gonna demolish villagers' houses to try and motivate them to join my city. Eminent domain, baby. Join us. That is a immature and stupid thing to do, and it probably doesn't do anything, really. But I'm hoping that they join us someday. And I will, in preparation, even though they won't all be filled necessarily. Gosh, this is, yeah, that my planning here is not the best. So I think I'm going to give myself an F+ for effort in planning this out. Because I think I've, what's the colloquial term? I think I've shit the bed with my planning. Raiders attacking. Oh no. Oh, and this time they're coming from here. Uh-oh. Let's follow these raiders. So now they're coming from this side of the Nile. And they're gonna mess up my new area, aren't they? They're running across the other side of the bank. And they're getting in their boats and they're just gonna mess up my new housing development. Aw, dude. Well, that stinks. And I do think that my attempt to grow a little too fast is a bit overly ambitious. I'm just following these guys for giggles. Pause it so I can lock on. This is one thing you can do with it. These people, I'm pretty sure, are scared. They got.
Look out!
These are Egyptians fighting Egyptians. Boy, these guys have had plenty of time to hang around here. They're raiding. Oh man, they're gonna go right to the pharaoh. Oh, they just raided a nobleman's house, and they stole everything, man. They cleaned them out: furniture, jewelry, sculpture.
Guards, help!
In essence. And yep, now they're meeting my guards. Wow.
Guards, help!
Now all this guy's got is some vegetables. He's encumbered by vegetables. So that was not a very profitable raid. But the people that had their stuff stolen aren't exactly getting justice, so it's like they still lost their stuff, I don't know. I think it was this noble that lost. Yeah, he's pretty pissed. Understandably. He doesn't have any luxury wares or common wares, and raiders robbed his place. And that's the harvest. So some fields are missed. So that does mean that not everything's getting counted, which is not a good thing. I'm hoping that this school can get built soon. Let's do the infrastructure thing. Get a brickyard over here. Temples are going up. And you see my bricks tally is going down a bit. Because what I'm building takes bricks. And I think, let's see, I think I can get some brick makers going. I'll get a few more. Might need to get another bakery going too soon, but we'll see. The next flood will be a good one as well. So we have abundance. And I will do my last palace upgrade. And I think, let's see, yep, I have 7 graduates. So that means also that I can have another commander. Now the commander, and I'll put 2 soldiers. And a guard post. Where will I put the guard post? Last time those punks came over, they came up through here, didn't they? Ooh, 50 farms now, so let's get some farmers going here. Come here, you farmer. So, oops, that's that. So 50 of 50. By the way, that nursery that I built back over on this side, nobles eventually save money to buy saplings, and they grow their own wine and stuff like that, and gradually increase the quality of their house. So to start, well, I'll continue my lesson later on townhouses, but it looks like the raiders are over here, but I don't know for sure. I'm looking for, nope, the raiders are over there. Oh man. So they're crossing the Nile to do more harm. Trying to think. Okay, this is a favored landing spot for them. And I'll pause it for a sec so we can follow him. Because I'm I'm gonna wallow in this misery. These poor people are about to get rocked. It looks like over here would be a good area to put another guard post. I can do that. These poor people are gonna be like, whoa, let's get out of here. I'm not gonna stand and greet them. Wow, you guys are gonna, okay, they're gonna rob a noble's house. Yep.
Ah, boy, you're about to lay advice on me again. You get this far away look in your eyes.
Yep, they totally won that time. Alright, well, let's get a commander over there. And 2 soldiers. And a guard post. Let's see. So that's under a government facility, right? My brain is not working right now. What is it? It's not infrastructure. It's a facility. Guard post. There we go. A bit nearby. Well, sorry, noble. That was a bummer.
Ah, boy, you're about to lay advice on me again. You get this far away look in your eyes.
And I can get 54 farms going. Villagers are down to 16. Derp, derp, derp. And that ominous music is going to keep playing until they're gone. There we go. And anyways, as the as the townhouses improve over time, they can own more farms. And after a while, they will be able to own yachts and tombs if you decide to make an necropolis and give them access to it. I have one mastaba done for the pharaoh, the large one, and this one is under construction. These are monuments that take a bit of resources, so I'm not ready to go giving mastabas out to the people yet. I have too many things going on. I have too many irons in the fire. But since this is kind of a wealthy area, or a rich area for resources, I want to see if I can find some acacia trees, because those are necessary for making bows. And I want to give the weapons manufacturer easiest access that I can. Boy, you'd think they'd be over here with all the nice stuff here. Oh no, this is terrible news. The inundation's bad. So when the inundation is bad, that means that we're not going to get a harvest. But fortunately, if you can say fortunately, I have some granaries for an occasion like this. So since I don't have a lot of food in general, I'm not going to be quite as generous as I normally would be, but it's sort of like a catastrophe that hurts the economy. So you have to do what you have to do to make things a bit better. I'm going to release food to the estate, but I'm going to do that close to harvest time. So that it's like a stimulus package, for lack of a better word. But with the circumstances being the way it is, this isn't the time for expansion. I have to kind of focus on as well get farmers established. I'm talking about major expansion, like, because in the meantime I can look, but I'm talking about a military base with training centers, and oh, there's some acacia, so that'll work. Okay, so I will make a, well, later I will make a, somewhere over here I'll make a military camp with weapons, and yeah, it's going to be like a separate city. A military encampment is very different. It's, you don't profit from a military encampment except to maintain your independence. Okay, we got some raiders coming. So they're planting now. Alright. You here to start trouble, buddy? They're crossing the Nile. And that would be a guard post. That would have been a guard post, but it hadn't been made yet. So let's get let's get some brickyard going there, and I'm looking for a vacant brickyard, or one that's not being used. So get rid of that one. Oh boy. Imhotep Akhtawi, you need to see these things through. I sure do. Yeah, those bad guys they're having a ball now. Oh well. The beginning is always rough. Looks like these raiders look like they're continuing inwards towards town. They're not satisfied. So let's watch them. Let's zoom in, see what shenanigans they get up to. Yep, they're gonna rob this guy's joint. They're like, yeah, we got some swag. God, they got furs. They got a lot of stuff. Incense, cosmetics. And there's my guard. You will live to tell the tale. But, unfortunately, they didn't get stopped before they did the deed that they did, so it's going to increase the displeasure of the victims. You know, just like real life. People get their stuff stolen, they're not like, oh, well, at least you caught the guy, so I'm good. There's usually some sort of restitution made, and I think that scribe could use very much, oh God, time to give that food to the estates. Jesus, I almost forgot that. If I'd have forgotten that, my economy would have been seriously hurt. So much for talking, huh? Alright, what I really want to do is get some more papyrus makers going. And this is just the area, I think, for that. But I also think I need to build another bakery. Because the military or the police have to eat. I will even get another granary going. because I am crazy that way. My bricks are increasing slowly. My food is low. The flood will fail again, so we're gonna have another bad flood. That's bad news. That is really bad news. So famine is not the end thing. Gosh, that's absolutely terrible. If we get some good floods, things will be really, really nice. I'm down to 15 villagers. And yep, the inundation has failed again. That's terrible. Since these cost nothing, I'm going to spruce up my property with fancy palm trees. Let's decorate the apothecary too. Let's liven this place up a little bit. Let's make it.
Somehow I thought that being on top of the world would be more gratifying.
You just need a holiday.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put palm trees in front of the shrines as well. Give them a little pizzazz. And I don't need this anymore, so I'll get rid of that brickyard. I want to have a solid economic foundation before doing too much more.
Don't be so cheerful. I'm just not a morning person.
Your prestige is rising.
Running out of food is just the worst. You don't want to do it. Alright. The shopping area looks really nice.
Even if you only make it possible for others.
Let's well, raiders are here again. Let's get a nice little plaza going. I'm looking for them on the radar.
Good afternoon.
Oh, there they are. Let's see if they can be stopped. These little punks. They're crossing the river and they're gonna mess up our stuff. By golly. And let's go back to tracking these fine upstanding gentlemen who are gonna subject our people to property damage and larceny during troubled economic times, no less. Oh, how low can you go? I mean, really.
You'd think these plants would still grow without me digging at them constantly. But what do I know?
Haha. Yeah. Hey. What the? My guards were there. all my guards were there, and it's like this one got away.
It's gratifying, isn't it? Knowing that every family in the city
Good
needs
golly,
you.
Miss Molly. He gets away with it. What on earth? That did not work out as it should have. Well, it wasn't a fully successful raid. They didn't bring the booty back home, but geez.
Sometimes I envy
Oops,
their
okay, they're
simple
harvesting,
lives of
so
manual
let's
labor.
release
Then it
food
runs.
to the estates. Now, oh my god, the next flood is going to fail. I don't believe I've been in compliance with Murphy's Law like this. All I can do is wait and hope that things get better. 'Cause there can't be any economic relief this time. Oh, I can't believe it. That is absolutely terrible. All I can do is plant some more trees and make things pretty. Do some cosmetic stuff while I'm waiting. So we can crash and burn beautifully, I
Good
guess.
afternoon. Don't make me mad. You wouldn't like me when I'm mad.
Fancy palm tree. I know it's easy to think that this is gonna look monotonous, but I'm convinced that mixed with roads or plazas and properly done, it looks rather nice. And it's free. Doesn't cost anything. You can spruce up your area and just make it look nice. Really nice and classy. I hate that word, classy. Yep, and the inundation failed
How are
again.
you this morning?
We're gonna have to suffer. I don't have enough to give for economic recovery this time, fellas, so I am sorry. This is a genuine famine now. Fancy palm tree. And of course, they blame the pharaoh when things go poor like this.
Hey, nice necklace.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Some fancy schmancy pants palm tree. And yes, I do obsessively put these palm trees in front of elite buildings and special places. Even the commander's house gets them when I see it.
I guess you can
And
never
when
have
times are
too
even
much.
more prosperous, they even get statues. And it really livens up the place. Scribes are my favorite. I put, they're the ones I hold in the highest regard. And I put statues of Jehuti, or Jahutja, or Thoth. Or Thoth. I've given it a lot of thought. Let's see, fancy palm tree. Yeah, let's get some plain plaza going. And
I honestly think my commute gets a little
here come the raiders. Can I interest you in a lost ark? No? This is gonna be rough. Alright, I see them on the radar. This little red blob right there.
things turned out okay.
Now I'm just laying down streets to make it look a little nicer. The other thing I do is I put plazas on ooh, they're coming pretty close to where I'm working here. They're gonna they're gonna get their butts kicked. They went right to the guard post. But you got owned. It's the last one. Boom. That's it. They got wasted. My food is down to 33. Oh, that's just awful. So things are pretty bleak right now. You can't get any more sad than your source of food saying, "You are not worthy." Infrastructure. But you take your victories where you can. We kicked the raiders out before they managed to do any serious damage. And let's give these people blue and green plazas for their house, their flooring. This is free, so you can just do it and it looks nice. Pink and red. To give them a nice surface. And tan and green. Whoops. I meant to click tan and green. I want variety. I don't want neighbors having the exact same flooring. It would make conversation too awkward. Oh, where did you buy your tile? I bought mine in Madagascar, which won't exist for another 3,000 years. And we'll give this one purple and green. Plain plaza. Roads are actually not necessary. They are purely cosmetic in this game. And that's something that I kind of like. But I don't think that people are necessarily inclined to use roads. They might be. But I haven't noticed it. Like, I've seen people just walk over a road and... Lots of malaria reported. Oh, we're gonna have a good flood this year. Praise Amun. Let's try to get every possible farmer in on this gig that we possibly can. This has been a devastating last 3 years. That was horrible. That is very atypical. That is not something that happens when I play with that kind of frequency. So, yeah, that's gonna throw a wrench in things. On the plus side, we got some more bricks. So, yeah, let's make another big mastaba.
Pharaoh's spirit
Oh.
is crossed to Osiris.
There we go. The first pharaoh has died. And let's see, I'm just gonna get some regular mastabas going for the little people. I'm gonna use a grid for this. Line them up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll put a brickyard kind of in the middle of it so that there's a source for bricks. And look at this. The pharaohs died and they were going to put him in a tomb. So the new pharaoh is 13. So if we're lucky, we'll have a good long reign. This is part of their funeral procession. The pharaoh got put in there. And the royal family with the pharaoh, they're heading back to their palace to deal with this horrifying famine. So I can't even celebrate the coming flood because the economy is so destroyed.
Other children show a little more gratitude for their parents' sacrifices.
Well, the palace is still luxuriant, and I'm sure they have their own personal granary, but that would be pretty bad. That would hand down the worst economic disaster I think I've ever faced in a game. Well, in this game anyway. And let's make this interior the blue and yellow kind. I think that one of the most elegant ones. To spruce that up.
I wonder if there's any...
And I'm looking for places to put plazas. Give this guy palm trees. And here come the raiders again. Yeah, you rotten raiding punks.
I have to say, I haven't had my friends complain much recently.
Mean, nasty, rotten raiders. You can't have an army if you can't feed them and supply them. And the military does not add to the economy. Oh man, they just robbed a priest's house. And some of my police are trying to deal with them. Oh. My maximum farms has gone down because the ability to sustain that land isn't there economically.
Our monument, really?
And this raid isn't going to help anything either. Oh well, that's what happens sometimes. Life's just funny that way. Oh, I forgot to get the fancy palm trees in there. Imhotep must have his fancy palm trees, yes. Plant a tree for your tomorrow. Plant a tree for all the world to share. And we will make this interior. There we go. Just adds a bit of niceness. I'm getting a decent amount of bricks, so it shouldn't take too long for those mastabas to get built. I see my bricks climbing still, but to build mastabas you need food to pay these people that are putting this crap together. And as a general rule, they don't work for free. This is going to be for, well, I'll just pick anyone, whether they're nobles or royals. I'm just going to let them all be here, because we can't be too picky just now about our entombment. Monuments. Let's get another row of mastabas going. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, the ancient Egyptians did not call them mastabas. They called them tombs, or whatever the Egyptian word is. The word mastaba is Arabic for bench. Pharaoh. It's going to be a large mastaba for Pharaoh. And we have an unusually high flood now. And of course the noblemen are less than chuffed by everything. Here, I'll release food to states to bolster the economy a little bit. Because we have a nasty flood, an extra nasty one that could do property damage. But because I don't build in stupid areas, I don't permit that to happen. Because when I build things, I like them to remain. Alright. I'm a little bit leery, but I got 12 graduates, which to me is an indication that, yeah, I think I can start working on making weapons and stuff. So I will do that. So, oh hell, well, we can maybe get more bang for our buck having it near here so they can worship there. So I don't have to do that added garbage. So, yeah, let's give this a go. Let's try 3 commanders. I'm going to have to plan for this. 3 commanders. Military equipment maker. I'll put 2 of them close to one another. One will be weapons and one will be armor. And these guys will be army. And I'm in the mood to really sock it to these guys. So this is going to take a lot of resources. So hopefully this won't bite me in the bum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And we're going to... I'm going to get yet another townhouse going. A noble. To oversee things. And we're going to have another shopping bazaar. It's so bizarre. Okay. Common. I just want it kind of nearish. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then luxury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not right, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. And common. It just has to be a certain way. I'm obsessive that way. Alright. Getting the shopping center going. So, linen. Sandals, jewelry, cosmetics, perfume, sculpture, furniture, and mats, baskets, and pottery. And I will start with pottery here, then linen, mats, and baskets. Now I'll make this one mats. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Let's go for doom palm trees. They don't look all that grand, but they're different than the sycamores. And I'm getting sick of sycamores. And yeah, let's get a baker nearby and a granary. And priest, a hospital, all that jazz. 2 priests, and a hospital and an apothecary. Hospital. And apothecary. Soldiers get into all kinds of trouble. And speaking of which, I want to do some training grounds. 20 bricks that they're going to cost. Whew. Yep, that's something. Let's see. We'll line them up like this. 1, 2, and 3. Boy, this is going to be something. It's going to take a lot of resources, and I am banking on the economy not being grotesquely unfair, which is kind of stupid. So, oh, held bells. That's not what I meant to do. What the hell did I just... What the hell? I did not mean to do that. Oh, that's really bad. I don't want a bricklayer. I wanted a brickyard. That's really bad. Uh-oh. I wanted a brickyard. Alright, I think I may have totally messed things up. So, yeah. Part 2. What not to do. From your good old friend, Imhotep Anktawi. Incidentally, the name basically means, I come in peace, living of the two lands. This is gonna get rough, I think. But I have to deal with these punks. They keep coming here and raiding everything they see. And I need to keep the food going.
Hi there.
Hi there. That's for the future.
Your prestige is rising.
I bet it is. I'm building mastabas all over the place. That's just for the future. We're down to 13 villagers. They're gonna get eaten up pretty quick when the barracks gets built and all that. Let's mow the lawn.
Hello.
And we got some raiders coming. Might as well watch them have their fun. I see them on a radar, but I don't see them in actuality. That's a bit weird. Or maybe I don't see them. Gosh. If they're over here... Gosh, I thought I saw something red. That is weird. I don't see the raiders. Well, I hear the music. I just don't see them. Wonder if they're... Well, I think they probably got dealt with.
My arms get so tired.
Well, that was a disappointment. Sorry. Couldn't see him. Oh, I forgot to, since I'm building a military, I need to start assigning things. I've assigned the commanders to army, but the barrackses I have not done yet, so I'm gonna do, let's see. Oh, Nubian expedition. I don't have the resources for that. Okay, I need spearmen. So let's get some spearmen going. Spearmen. Spearmen, spearmen, spearmen. Everybody wants to be a spearman. And archers, 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 archers. I'm probably going so overkill that it's not even funny. Spearmen, spearmen, spearmen. It's gonna take time and resources, and I'm hoping that I will have enough when the time comes. We just got done with the harvest, and let's see, my commanders are unhappy because of worship opportunities not being so skippy. And I can't get my worship on as hard as I'd like without basalt statues. So, gosh, I'm sitting here trying to get my military up to snuff. And it's going to take a lot of time. So what would Imhotep do? That's an excellent question. What I will do is cry my eyes out. Well, I don't want to be too far away, so I think, oh dear, this is going to be our best bet. We're going to have a noble that sort of acts like let's let him live in the lush area here. He'll be the person in charge of these pomegranates and and flax. And we will build another decadent shop. A luxury shopkeeper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 3 more common. 8, 9, 10 with 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So linen, sandals, jewelry, cosmetics, perfume, sculpture, furniture, mats, baskets, and pottery. So I'll do linen, pottery, baskets, and mats. So we have this guy here. We'll have a baker. Let's get a baker. And a granary. And an entertainer. And a couple of servants. This is where things are going to get interesting. Here we have our first overseer. And yeah, look at that. Quarry basalt statues. That's it. That's the only resource that I have access to here. So, in order to get that done, we need laborers. So I'm going to give them 3. We'll see how that goes. But this guy's going to quarry them. And hopefully take them by barge across so that a overseer in the city, whose house I will make shortly, will be able to order the construction of the statues. So this will be the city proper. So the head overseer, where are we gonna have him live? Let's put him right here. Close enough to get shopping done and alright. Oh, for the love of... I also need a hospital and warship facilities there. My little desert hellhole. Yeah. So let's get see, there's so many things you have to think about. Alright, let's face this way. Government facilities, hospital. And apothecary. And a couple of priests. 1, 2. And let's get a third for good measure. This is a serious operation. And we'll get some shrines going. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Amun, Ra, Osiris, Hathor, Ma'at, and Hapi, I guess. And what are the priests gonna do? Priests are gonna provide health care. This one will tend the gods, and I'm going to put a mortuary facility here so that it can be put into action anytime somebody needs it. And I'll put a stinking Anubis shrine near that. Yeah. Just gonna let it rip. And we're in one of those situations that's like, okay, great, we got a very rich inundation. That's a very good omen. And I had an adequate amount of taxes taken the last time, so I can't complain about that. So, pretty soon basalt statues will be getting into our inventory, I hope. And we will be building an army. And hopefully villagers will be just so interested to join our ranks that they'll just come flying right through. I probably have the... I'm gonna double check something here. I'm gonna see if I actually have the materials. Military equipment maker. I want to see if I had the potential material to build chariots. Because if I can do that, because I know I can't build a Kopesh. They didn't make Kopeshes out of tin. They made them out of bronze. And I got a good amount of bricks going. So let's get a couple of brickyards going. This will be a necropolis. I have 9 noblemen. I got 12 potential mustabids here. Alright, things are flowing. And this is just a waiting game at this point. So I know these punks are going to keep coming over and causing problems. That's the name of the game. That's how they operate. Oh, I should get some brickyards over here. That's and bricklayers probably. Let's get a bricklayer there as well. And this guy will grow wheat. Of course, I should have decided that before they started planting. So, what can I say? My bad. Let's bring it back over here. Nope. Let's go here. Raiders attack. Trying to find them on the radar. Oh, there they are. I think. Yep, there they are. Let's watch what becomes of these raiders. Ooh. Yeah, they're heading towards
Say, I haven't heard my friends complain much recently.
this is funny. They're heading towards... See, I literally have like a military here, but I don't think these guys are gonna engage them. I guess they're trying to, but they're gonna get a big taste of. I need to assign a personal security detail. I need to assign a personal security detail here, so that's a bit of a letdown. Okay, well. So this one will be city guard. And yeah, let's give him a couple of soldiers. And we'll put a guard post. Put a guard post over here. Facing that way. That wasn't a completely successful raid, but yeah, these people got their goods taken, and they have every reason to be terribly upset. And they are, I'm sure. Army, army, army. Just want to make sure. So I have 3 training camps built, and I have a few weapons ready, so over time they will be building things. I don't know about the chariots, but I'm just leaving them there in case, just for giggles. So yeah, no more villagers. So let's add some more farms to supplement the growing farming population. Gosh, I only have 53 out of 70 farmers. Don't know what happened, but I don't think it's good what happened. I don't know if there was a plague, or if the raiders killed some, or what, or if I just don't have the population to expand, because I have an awful lot going on. That's not a cheap army to have 84 people. Flood's good, so that's helpful. Oh dear. This pharaoh means business. We're gonna kick them in the booty terribly hard. I don't need these brickyards anymore. Him grow wheat. Wheat is easy to grow. And again, I picked the planting season to make that determination. And let's see, let's make this, let's beautify this place. Let's give it a nice little orange backdrop. It goes so well with the desert hellhole behind it. I don't know if I'm feeling that one. How about tan and green? Where we can do it like this, put a stripe. Maybe put a purple and green edge. Let's get it nice and ugly and messed up. Let's maybe like that, huh? We'll just leave it like that. Zoom in. The details kind of make the game a little extra nice. Whoops, let me turn off this mod here. So you see the potters,
This clay ruins all of my clothes. I'll need more linen soon.
linen, mats.
I call the largest bed pharaoh-sized. It is popular with couples who've been married a long time.
That's about as good as it gets.
And there's furniture, sculpture, and perfumes, cosmetics, and jewelry.
I have to say, I haven't heard my friends complain much recently.
Uh-oh, raiders. Here come raiders. Sandals and linen. And when people are being taught in a school, that sort of thing, there's literally, you see the kids being taught. I want to make sure that I have a decent amount of graduates going. Alright, here come raiders. There's one guard tower. I don't know if these guards I have will be enough to stop him. Wow. Yep, that's it. They were intercepted. But I do not have the population to support the farmers that I need yet. So I'm sitting here waiting. And since it's harvest, extreme flood predicted. Let's see. I'm gonna see what the circumstances are. Not too many people are crappy about that, but I'm gonna hold a state holiday to try to get people more festive and hopefully bolster the population a little for long term. And yeah, in the meantime I will build a plaza here to neaten this area up a little bit. And let's put a fancy palm tree over here. This video is getting a bit long. So, I think I will end this one and start part 3. So, fair winds for now. Until next time.